Howdy, Patriots and Patriots. Brick Falcone here, reporting from the heart of the old Freedom Fortress, sandwiched between my mom's casserole and a pile of retired missile manuals. Today, the Supreme Court has officially given 2 aggressive thumbs up to Tennessee's ban on gender-affirming care for minors. No puberty blockers, no hormone therapy, no medical gender surgeries for kids. All of that expertise and care that doctors provide, no longer necessary. Gone. That's efficiency, baby. Chief Justice Roberts, yes, the guy who once gave me a speeding ticket in a dream, he called this not discrimination, but a neutral medical regulation. And I trust him because there's nobody who knows what discrimination is better than a middle-aged rich white man in a position of power. Oh, I love fairness. No kid gets left behind, except medically, legally, and emotionally. I don't know about you, but I'm way more comfortable not having to make complicated medical choices myself. Politicians are really great at dealing with this kind of thing, and with teenagers too, which is why I send my kids to the State House when it's time for the birds and the bees talk. They did come back last summer completely drenched in Italian dressing and refusing to ever talk about it again, but that's beside the point. It's much easier to let Tennessee's legislature do all the thinking for me and my doctor. They clearly know best. These are the same people that wanted to investigate whether you can hide vaccines in lettuce, after all. That's smart. This episode is proudly brought to you by Freedom Band-Aids, guaranteed to cover any wound that's officially approved to be healed by your state legislature. It's now available in 27 states. No slipping, no empathy, no parental consent required. Tastes like liberty, applies like a political promise. Please wait 6 to 18 weeks from the time of identifying your original injury until the legislature approves the application of a Freedom Band-Aid. Can I tell you a secret? I really love it when stuffy, boring old men in suits tell me what's okay to do in my own house. You remember back in the day, the court banned folks from being gay, even in private? No, okay, that's not quite fair. You could be gay. It was just illegal to do anything about it. You couldn't act on it, even if you were in your own conservatory. That's why I'm so glad that we're addressing stuff like this again. This time we're just swapping private love with puberty blockers. It's like the court says, consensual, expert-backed medical care, it's too risky to trust. Finally, somebody is saying it. These doctors and their years of study, what even qualifies them to be experts? Nobody knows. Frankly, I appreciate the consistency. I like knowing the fundamental rules. If people feel good and feel happy, the rest of us should be suspicious and try to kill it immediately. The thing that makes me the most suspicious is that even big groups of doctors get together and plan out what their official policy is. That's weird to me. Like medical groups like the AMA and the APA, they all get behind backing gender-affirming care. They say it cuts depression and suicide risk way down. Why are giant groups of doctors hanging out with so many depressed teenagers? I think it's about time politicians isolate these suicidal teenagers and block them from their doctors and their treatments. You know how I cured my depression? Sitting alone in a room and not talking about it with anyone and just letting my own thoughts spiral in my head. And I'm all better now. Here's what's happening next. If you're a trans child living in one of 26 states, you're basically going to need to pack your pediatric hormones and move if you want to talk to a doctor. That's probably for the best anyway. In fact, I think maybe this is just the first step. I think maybe we should take anybody who's a little different and put them all on an island somewhere where we don't have to look at them or think about them. Next step, families might split themselves or drain savings to get what they're calling basic care. Draining savings? That sounds like it would be awesome for the economy. Legal challenges to this are coming, but good news. Those take time. And meanwhile, trans kids and their families now have nothing but time since they don't have to worry about fixing their medical issues. This is really awesome. I mean, picture it. Every state with a ban is more equity for everyone. No kid gets privileged care. Everyone gets a chance to be alienated and ignored. And if you disagree, you're against fairness. That's how freedom works, folks. And we can all agree on that. Join me next time on Patriot Power Hour, where nuance is canceled, consistency is the new cool, and band-aids are free. But your teenage feelings? Maybe it's best if you don't even have those. Stay equal, USA.